Okay, so I'm gonna do this really quickly before my roommate gets in. Had the funniest, cutest exchange happen today. So we went to like a mall that I would compare to like the Coliseum in Green, or not in Green Acres, on Jamaica Avenue. So anyway, it's like the swap meet basically. You go, they have clothes, they have electronics, and you can negotiate your prices. So we leave out, and I get a cheeseburger, which, well, not a cheeseburger, but a burger. But first of all, their burger tastes really good because it's seasoned properly. Like, anyway, so I'm in the park, and I feel like a crowd gather. So one of the girls next to me, she taps and she says, "Say hi to the little girl." I look down, and it's a little biracial black girl, you know, fair skin but very kinky hair. So I was like, oh, just like happy to see her. So her mother was white, and I'm assuming the woman that was there was either an aunt or her mother's friend. So we're all just very happy to see each other. We have an exchange, and the mother's like, oh, you know, my husband's Nigerian. He's been here for 15 years. He doesn't have any issues. And I told her, I said, I feel like everybody's staring. And she said, yeah, you know, you're going to get that, but just ignore it. And she's like, everyone's nice, so, you know, you don't have to feel like you're in danger. And that's really how I feel. I don't feel like I'm unsafe. I just know that people know that I'm black, and everybody wants to touch my braids. We went to Goodwill, which is like comparable to Walmart, and everybody wants to touch my hair. Everybody wants to touch my hair. And little girl, well, you know, obviously white girl, I don't know what was going on, but every aisle I went down, she had her well, I'm assuming it's her grandmother. She had the grandmother follow me. So I had to like, I basically had to duck this little girl, and I could not shake her because wherever I went, she was there. She was an aisle behind me, and she would peek down the aisle, and when she would see me, she would like call the grandmother over, and the grandmother would come running with the shopping cart. I don't know what the story was, but nobody made me feel like they were disgusted. It just felt like they're not used to seeing it. So the guy behind me, I'm checking my stuff out, and he like goes to touch my hair, like, you know, so he's like, very nice. So at the time, I could not remember thank you, which is maglubad, magloba. So all I remember was hello. So I was like, so I was like, Garmy Joba. So he, you know, looked at me like, you know, what's wrong with you? So that was crazy. Then I got dresses. Okay, the clothes here, amazing. The clothes here are so nice. The clothes are so nice. Now, honestly, I feel like the clothes are my size. But it felt like I would go in the store and they'd be like, So, DD means like, I guess large or extra large, and I'd be like, DD, and they'd be like, yeah, hee. You know, like they either couldn't understand or they was like, you know, you too big to be up in here. Well, I went in one store. First of all, like I said, I felt like everything I could fit, but I felt like whatever. I ended up, excuse me, I ended up going to some store, and I got a really nice dress, which I'll show at some point, and a really nice top. I paid 95 liri, which is like, I want to say total $60, but I could be wrong. What else did we do? What else? Oh, let me show you what I got really quickly. Because, you know, I had to get all food related items. It's gonna probably come up backwards, but this is white chocolate. A lot of this stuff is Swiss, but they throw in the Georgian letters on top of it, like this. This is strawberry jelly, which I don't know what I'm gonna do, because this is also, I think this is, I don't want to say, but this is microwave popcorn, and I think it's German. All right, I had to get the, you know, atypical fat American foods. Doritos in nacho flavor. This is the back of the bag. It doesn't look anything like ours. Cashews. More chocolate. This is definitely Georgian. This is Georgian. Yeah. More chocolate, which I think this is also Georgian. They say it's dark chocolate. And it's crazy because these are the same, like the same company, but the other one doesn't list what it is. This says it's rum. This says it's rum. Rum truffle. Which I should have looked at this because I don't consume anything with alcohol. So I have to look at that. If it tastes anything like alcohol, I won't have it. I'll just give it to somebody. And this is peanut butter, creamy peanut butter. They say that it is from, it's from China, but it is distributed, you know, by a country in Georgia. I'm sorry, by a company that's based in Georgia. And these, I don't know what they are, but it looks like cookies with chocolate at the ends. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, and it says it's caramel, cocoa caramel. I don't like caramel. I didn't really read this well, so if it's not good, I'll just give it to somebody. And this is, I want to say Swiss. No, I'm sorry, German. This is made in Germany. Alright, y'all. I just wanted to share. I was just so happy to see the little black girl. She looked so scared to see me, and like, she like, you know, it just was cute. And her mother's like, I don't know what to do with her hair, and she was asking me where I was staying in Tbilisi. I think what she wanted was for me to do the little girl's hair. And honestly, I would have, because I was trying to explain, oh, well, just twist it. Just do 2-strand twist. And when I went to touch the little girl's hair, she freaked out, which when it happened, I want to say, ew, but you know what? I can respect that, because I'm pretty sure people are touching her hair all the time. And she was young. She was like 6 or 7. So I would assume she's not distinguishing between black and white. She just doesn't want you to touch her hair, which I completely get, because it is an invasion of your space. You know, I'm not used to people touching my hair at all. So to be here and to constantly have somebody's hands in my hair, I've gotten used to, and I have only been here for 8 weeks, I've gotten used to just straight up taking it down, or just being like, oh, just touch it. Just go ahead. Just, you know what I mean? We went into the clothing store today. As soon as I walked in, oh, I'm being nosy. As soon as I walked in, they're like, you know, so you gotta just like, just do what you want. Anywho, guys, I'm gonna go and I guess I'm not gonna have lunch, but I still have classes. Oh, interview for the police department. I feel like I got it, and I told the lady, I was like, listen, I'm not trying to brag. I said, I'm not trying to brag, but I'm good at what I do. I'm good at what I do. I know what I'm doing. And she's like, do you have any questions? And I was like, not really, because there's nothing that you can give me that would be a challenge, because I can write my own curriculum. I can instruct. I've done it before. I've taught adult ESL before, so it's nothing new. It's a different context, but you know, you have to work within your context to make your curriculum. So that's nothing like, I think, I just want to know. So she told me, she said, well, if you get it, I'll tell you either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Which she's going to have to tell me tomorrow morning, because, yeah. So she's like, if I get it, then I start next week, Monday. But I would have really short working hours. I think I would only work, I think she said Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that means I would have, yeah, whatever those days are, I would have off. So I wouldn't have a long work schedule, but I would start work quick, you know, sooner than everyone else. So Alright, people. I'm gonna probably have a piece of white chocolate before class, so bye.